Happy Tuesday, everybody. Welcome to the Nellie Bella Kitchen. My name is Janelle, and we are going to be making perfect mashed cauliflower. Hold up, before you say, oh, or it's never the same thing, or any of those things, I want to know if you've ever had mashed cauliflower. And if you never have, I want to tell you something. It is so good. I'm making this for a shepherd's pie that I'm making for supper tonight, and you will not know that it is not potatoes. It is that good. But there are a couple things you need to know when you make mashed cauliflower so that it turns out as amazing as it could. Good morning, Diana. And first thing I want to do is show you what I've already started, because I started this a little bit ahead, so we didn't have to sit and wait for me all day. So I have, good afternoon, Tara. Is it afternoon? It's morning here, so you must be on the East Coast. I have my pot. I'm going to pull you guys just a little bit over. There we go. So in my pot here, everything is going to go into this one pot. I have getting ready to boil up cauliflower florets. So I just cut off the cauliflower florets right off the stalk, put it into a pot of boiling water with some salt, and I'm going to boil this for about 10 minutes. Good morning, Martine. Good morning from the UK. Good morning, Diana. You've made it. You love it. Awesome. Deborah, you have, and it was tasteless. Oh, stick with me. You need to know how to make it correctly. Betty, good morning. Tara, 15 minutes off from being noon. Yep, there you go. I'm in Central as well, so I'm 15 minutes off from being noon. Okay, so one of the things to know about making mashed cauliflower that is super awesome right now is that you can get riced cauliflower, you can get already cut cauliflower. You don't have to get like a head of cauliflower and do it this way. However, it's not that hard and it's a lot cheaper, so I'm going to do it that way. So while I wait for that, I'm going to show you what we're going to use. Here's one of the tricks for making really good mashed cauliflower. Your food processor or your blender. So what can happen with cauliflower is that mashed cauliflower can have a texture that people don't really like, and using your food processor or your blender helps with that texture problem. You can use a hand blender if you want to, but if you have a food processor, this is the time to pull it out. It's not that hard to do, easy to clean up, makes a huge difference, okay? Then we're also going to use butter, and y'all know we need to use real butter, okay? None of this margarine business, real butter, okay? And then you need to use milk. Now, I'm using almond milk because I'm dairy-free. If you're not dairy-free, I really recommend you use cream. Cream is just so much better in anything that looks like mashed potatoes. It's just amazing, okay? Then we're using garlic. Okay, so this is one of the little tricks for cauliflower is you have to put a little bit of flavor in, and we're going to use garlic. I'm going to show you how to do this really easy. Altogether, this takes about 20 minutes. I've already started on the boiling. We're going to boil the cauliflower about 10 minutes. Here's the key. You want to boil your cauliflower till it's just fork tender. Do not overboil it. Boiling your cauliflower will turn into some goopy business that you don't want to eat. It's disgusting. So we're going to let it boil only for 10 minutes until our fork goes in it, and then we're going to take it right off the pan. Okay, so while we wait for my cauliflower to boil, I have a couple things I want to tell you. First things first, can you guys see that stencil? Look at that. I mean, that was a sucker. It took me a long time, but I think that looks pretty dang good. So the stencil is done. And all I have left to do now is basically painting and putting up all the decorative stuff. So we are almost done. We'll be done by Thursday, no problem. And Thursday, we should have everything finished. You should be able to see it. So that's awesome. And then on Friday night, this last Friday night, if those of you that were hanging out with me know that I went to a Chopped competition. So if you guys remember Chopped show from the Food Network, where there were three judges and 3 chefs. Hang on, my cauliflower is boiling. I want to show you. We're like sputtering. So I just want to turn it down so that it's boiling nice and gently, not going absolutely crazy. We just want it to boil down real gently. So we had 3 chefs on Friday night, and the ingredients that we had given them were lamb chops. Did you know that they have lamb chops at our food shelf? How amazing is that? Lamb chops, a can of canned potatoes, can of tomatoes, a Scotch bonnet pepper, and there was one more thing that I can't remember that we gave them. And they had those in their required ingredients, and then they had, pantry, a few pantry ingredients. And it was so good, you guys. Like, we ate, like, the food was edible. Not only was it edible, a couple of the dishes, like, I would have ordered at a restaurant and been perfectly happy. It was so good. So that was super fun. I got dressed up. So if you go down a few posts on the Facebook page here, you'll see a picture of my husband and I. I was in a cocktail dress. I mean, makeup on, the whole thing. It was awesome. We had a good time. So that was a lot of fun this weekend. And then we came home to reality, and this is what happened on Saturday. Martina's beautiful, thank you. Pancake mix. Paul was another judge. We gave them pancake mix. That was the other required ingredient. So and they made almost every one of them, I think it was, made latkes, which is like a potato-based pancake, and they were so good. And it reminded me of those. I haven't had those in forever. Karen, good morning from Preston. I am in Stillwater, Minnesota, and it is beautiful today. Fall is basically here and pretty much gone. Yesterday we had snow. And it didn't stick around too much, but it was pretty dang obnoxious. I'm not ready for that. So I get the feeling that we're going to have snow here again before the weekend. I think hopefully it doesn't stick around because I don't want none of that business. I do have an awesome job. Yes, it was a lot of fun on Friday. It was, a Chop Championship is always fun. You see it on Food Network, and I always think, oh, that'd be fun. First of all, I don't ever want to be one of those chefs because it looks like a lot of pressure. But it's sure fun to watch and fun to be so close to it and see them doing it. It was good. It was a good time. And then, afterwards, went downstairs from this building. This building has a proper speakeasy. It was an old shoe factory, and in the basement, it has a tunnel that goes underneath the road and connects to what was the old shoe store. But they turned that basement into a speakeasy, and I had like an old smoky cocktail, was wearing my flapper dress. They had flapper party down there. It was so fun. I loved it. All right, Martine, you get loads of snow here in Yorkshire. I bet you do, but not compared to us. No, Minnesota. Yeah, I think we win for snow. It is. I mean, upper state New York can get a heck of a lot of snow, but it often melts pretty quick. We get snow and it stays. It's not fun. All right, I'm gonna grab a fork. So I'm making shepherd's pie tonight. My family likes that, so we're using ground turkey, some mixed veggies. I have some gravy. I actually bought a decent brand of jarred gravy because I didn't feel like making it. And then I'm making these mashed cauliflower to go on the top, bake up that whole thing, and that's supper tonight. Diana, no snow here in Louisiana. Now. It's like saying it's 80, 90 degrees in Florida. I am super jealous. I want to go, first of all, I want to go to Louisiana for the food. Like, that's a no-brainer. But also just, my body needs some sunshine already, and it's only November. Beginning of November. I mean, can you imagine what it's going to be like come January? This is why people from the north go down to the south. Our bodies just need that. Oof, cauliflower's almost done. Probably a couple more minutes. Again, it only takes about 10 minutes. You don't want to overcook that cauliflower. Marlene, good morning, Northern Hemisphere. Winter is coming. Game of Thrones. If you don't use lamb, it is called cottage pie. He is correct. It is called cottage pie. So did you know traditional shepherd's pie it was a leftover dish. So it was made from leftovers. And in the UK, most of you guys know this, lamb was traditionally what they used. And so technically, if you use lamb, you're supposed to call it shepherd's pie. And if you don't, you call it cottage pie. So I'm technically making cottage pie. Bloomington, California. Diana, it's 73. Oh, nice. Cajun style food. I am all over the Cajun style food. And I'm going to guess there's some pretty good speakeasies there too. And I want to do that. Diana, you grew up in Western New York and you know what snow is. You lived in the snow belt. Here in Ohio, it's not so bad. See, my brain thinks Ohio should have snow, so it doesn't seem fair that you guys don't. But Jacinta, you've been getting a heat wave in New Zealand, temperature of 34 Celsius. That's not bad at all, is it? Nice. Martine Adams, 8 degrees. 8 degrees Celsius or 8 degrees Fahrenheit? Both cold. Christina, hi there from Santa Fe, New Mexico. 52 degrees. Snow all around, but not here. Santa Fe, that sounds beautiful. 52 degrees is cold. We're not... Oh, yeah, we are. We're like 37, maybe. I don't know what we are, actually. Janet, hello from Cape Cod. Oh, I spent 2 summers ago. I was in Cape Cod, and we spent a week and a half on we rented a house right there in Dennisport, I think. I think that's what it was, and it was wonderful. So pretty. Yvonne, here in San Diego, it's 76. Shepherd's pie is great. It is great. It's a great use of leftovers. Although today I'm not even using leftovers. It's all freshly made. But 76 sounds beautiful. My daughter's going to San Diego there in like two and a half weeks, something like that. All right, this is almost done. So my fork is slipping in here pretty good, but there's a couple of the larger pieces that it's not quite ready. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna drain this off. Judy Jackson, Grandma, Hastings, Minnesota. Janet Stevens, 59 degrees here on Cape Cod. Okay, so when we were at Cape Cod, it was like 60 degrees. It was actually fairly warm. But that wind coming off the ocean was so cold. So that kind of like got me. Marlene, are my tiles done? They are done. After I'm done with the cauliflower, I will show you we're done with the tiles. There's the stenciling. There's my light. I actually got a box from UPS. If you guys wait till the end, should have my hooks and everything in it. I haven't even opened it yet. I can open it. It's even on my porch still. If you guys want to hold until the end, I can run and grab that and we can take a look at it and see what it is. So I'm making... Hang on. I gotta check these cauliflower. You guys are so distracting. Seriously. Good morning, Brenda. I'm making mashed cauliflower today. The cauliflower is boiling for about 10 minutes. It's almost done. Fork tender. And then we're going to make the whole thing. It's going to take us all of 15, 20 minutes. And that's it. What was I going to say? Totally forgot what I was going to tell you guys. It was something important, I'm sure. Yes, it can be terrible with the wind chill here off the water. Yeah, it was, but it was beautiful. There was a couple days, and then we went into, what's the city you guys have on the very point? Provincetown, I think is what it is. And that was so cute. Super fun. Brenda, yummy. Yes, super yummy. What's I going to tell you? Oh, I bought leather strips. So like crafting, I don't know why I'm doing this, crafting leather strips. I want to make a plant hanger. So like, you know, those traditional where you set the pot in and it holds it up. And I went to buy one and I wanted one that was made out of leather. It was super cool. And it was like $72 or something. And I was just like, ugh. So I got leather strips and I'm going to make one. So I'm going to turn that into a tutorial to show you guys how to do that. And it's going to be super, I'm very excited about that. I don't know why I'm doing that whole business. But then I am going to be going on a tour of a distillery to see how they make whiskey. If you guys know, you know that that's exciting for me. I want to see the business. I want to see how they make the good stuff. Come on. So I might take out some of these smaller pieces if they don't hurry up and cook, because I don't want those getting overcooked. Overcooked cauliflower is not a good thing. Martine, will you be cooking Christmas food? Oh yeah, I love American cooking. I went to St. Louis long ago and loved you guys. Oh, thanks. American cooking is full of sugar. Christmas food is full of sugar. Those of you that are interested, we are actually starting the Christmas cookie challenge. So if you've been around, you know we did a pie. We just finished up our pie challenge. Our Christmas cookie challenge starts November 18th. So that's coming pretty soon. We just met this morning, me and the manager, to talk about that. So we're really excited about that. We're even going to have a gingerbread building competition within the cookie challenge. So if you guys are interested at all in making cookies, come join us. We have prizes and we have all kinds of fun. Yeah, I'm super excited about that. So I didn't tell my group. Those of you that are in the group, don't say anything, okay? But I am going to make a whole little, I'm excited about this, cactus, like a pot of cactus succulents made out of gingerbread for my gingerbread house component. So I'm super excited. I don't have any idea how I'm gonna do it, but I'm gonna do it. So all of it made out of gingerbread. So if anybody has ever made lots of things out of gingerbread, give me some tips. All of my tips come from the Great British Baking Championship. That's all I know. Yeah, right? I'm excited about it, but a little nervous that I might be taking on more than I should. But hey, I'm really good at taking on more than I should. It's my jam. All right. So this cauliflower, I'm gonna move you over like this. Good evening, Lorna. All right, so my cauliflower is fork tender. It goes in. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to drain this off. Turn off the pan real quick. I'm gonna drain this off real quick, so hang on tight. Gotta find my other pot holder and my strainer. I'm gonna move you guys back with me. I need to get like a moving like thingamajigger. A moving thing. Okay, so I'm gonna strain this off. And then here's the key. This is the most important thing, you guys. One of the most important. Put it back into that pan that you just used. Cover the pan. And let that sit there for 5 or 10 minutes while you're getting everything else ready. Because what happens is the cauliflower leaks out all that liquid, right? And if you go and you make your mashed cauliflower right now, just like this, it will be watery. It will not be creamy. Let it sit there. It will reabsorb that moisture back in, and then you'll get your creamy cauliflower, okay? Did you know that? I know. I am not just cute. I also got good information, people. That's what my husband tells me all the time. Sorry, that sounded very conceited. My husband's always like, you're not just cute. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to get our cauliflower. Lorna, sorry, we are making mashed cauliflower. I'm making a, what do we call it? Cottage pie, not shepherd's pie. Cottage pie for supper. And instead of mashed potatoes on top, I'm putting mashed cauliflower on top. Shh, don't tell my family. They won't even know the difference. They really won't know the difference, you guys. This is really that good. Okay, so while this is sitting around, what you could do on the recipe, you could wait 10 minutes and then finish this off. But because you guys are here, I'm not going to wait the 10 minutes. I'm going to get a new pan. What you could do if you didn't want to use 2 pans is you could let that sit for 10 minutes and then push it aside and use the bottom of that pan to do your garlic and your butter. And then you would save yourself a pan. I'm not going to do that because I'm not going to make you guys wait. All right, so now we're going to take 4 tablespoons of unsalted butter. If you don't want to use 4 tablespoons, you could try going with less. I wouldn't recommend it. Just like any mashed potatoes, you need that butter. And if you're going to try to trick your family into having mashed cauliflower instead of mashed potatoes, do them a favor and use the real butter. Diana, you like to roast it in the oven with the garlic and to make it mashed and add the cheese, butter, and cream? Yeah, that totally works. I've done that before too. This is my go-to method, but there are a few methods that work great. Okay, so we're going to put 4 tablespoons of butter in here, and then we're going to add in our garlic. We're going to just let that the garlic come to fragrant, meaning just when you start to smell that garlic, you pull it off, and that's how you know you aren't going to burn it. Those of you interested, I just posted on my site today a recipe for a turkey tenderloin dinner, all in a cast iron pan, and it's meant to be a holiday dinner for 2 people. So there is green beans, stuffing, turkey tenderloin, fresh herbs, roasted onions, all in one pan that's roasted in the oven. It is so good. We've had it tested a few times because I wanted to make sure it was awesome. But that just went up today, and if you guys are small, you have a small family, go check it out. It's so good. Martine, my mom used to mash cauliflower and mashed potato and fry it, called Bubble and Squeak. Yes! I love that. I haven't fried cauliflower before, a mashed cauliflower. I should totally try that. I noticed my husband just came on. So everyone be quiet about what I'm making this for. Let's not tell anybody. My site is nellybelly.com. If you go to the Facebook, you're on the Facebook page. If you go into the About section, I'll link you right over there. Otherwise, Nellie Belly is NELLIEBELLIE. Just go over there. You'll see we put up a new thing for you guys to easily find recipes. Right underneath that, you'll find all the recent posts. You'll see information about how to stencil a wall. You'll see the newest recipe, this turkey tenderloin. It is so good. I actually made it. My son, 16 years old, he's one of my harshest critics. It's like a lot for him to like something. And he just, oh my gosh, he just hoovered that. He hoovered that turkey tenderloin like crazy. And the thing about it is that turkey tenderloin is such a nice budget-friendly thing. But it can be hard to make taste nice. So I was really excited. It's a good one. It's a good one. All right, so butter is melted. I'm going to add in 4 cloves of garlic. 1. So is there any questions that you guys would have about how to make whiskey that I can ask these guys when I go? You know I'm super excited about that. I want to see how they make my favorite drink, my favorite liquor. Whiskey and bourbon. 2. Three. And so you guys, we just finished the pie challenge. This last week was the very last week. We ended up with over 100, we had 170 pies that were entered, which is just phenomenal. So we're really excited about what this cookie challenge is going to bring us, because you guys, my job, I have a great job. There's no question about that. I mean, you guys are around, you see my job. But getting people to make pies and to know that over the course of 4 weeks, I was responsible for 170 pies being made makes my heart very happy. All right, this is almost done. And I'm gonna shut it off. I'm going to a still. Is that what it's called? A whiskey, where you make whiskey? Is it called a still? Things I did not know. I am like, gonna learn all kinds of things. Okay, so we have our cauliflower that's finished, sitting in there, chilling out. That's the one thing about roasting cauliflower that I will say is different than the way I do it. When you roast it, it does not absorb back its liquid. What you could do is roast it, cover it in aluminum foil, and then let it sit on the pan for a little bit. But don't ever just take the cauliflower and immediately mash it, because it doesn't get as creamy. Just saying. All right, here we go. Maybe I can do a Facebook Live from the whiskey place. Maybe they would let me. Okay, so we are gonna put in our butter and garlic. Hang on, let me move this thing over so you can see. There you go. Butter and garlic. Ooh, I almost spilled that. That would have been really bad. Sorry, this is getting hot on me. I can't hold it anymore. So I had to move that. Diana, a few years ago, my husband and I went to the Jack Daniel's distillery in Tennessee. It was an awesome tour and tasting. Oh, jealous. Lorna, yeah, a whiskey still, it's distillery in Scotland. Oh, there are loads. One more reason I need to go to Scotland. Here, there are not that many. I mean, Minnesota, we aren't exactly known for whiskey. But we have a couple, and I'm very excited. Cindy, you live in Lynchburg, Tennessee, and you would love it. Yes! I need, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna contact Jack Daniels. Can I contact Jack Daniels? Can I do some Facebook Lives because my people say I should go down there. I'm gonna do that. All right. I'm gonna figure out how to do this so I don't block you guys' video. Sorry. All right. So we're gonna pop all of this in here. Don't get rid of your pan because you're gonna need your pan again. If you have a tiny food processor, you might have to do it in batches. You might not be able to do it all at one time. Nothing wrong with that. My poor food processor, I have just used the crap out of this thing. I think I need a new blade. Lorna, the buildings turned black due to a mold that really, that's super interesting. All right, I got one little cauliflower hanging around there. Hey, good afternoon from North Dakota, Kay. Nice to have you here. We're making mashed cauliflower. Almost done. Has anyone ever noticed I'm a very messy cook? It's a true story. And I'm okay with it. All right, here we go. Case in point, I am messy. Okay, so we're just gonna throw this in here, and then I'm just gonna add in a little bit of milk and cheese, if I have cheese, and you're good. But I want to show you guys the texture. I'm gonna add in a little bit of milk. My name is Janelle, but everyone calls me Nellie. In fact, or do anything for my brand, everyone assumes my name's Nellie, and I will absolutely respond to it. Also because it's just, like, I'm just not the type of person that feels like acting everybody. It doesn't offend me. So I'm just like, hey Nellie. I will seriously let people go a long time without telling them my name is Janelle. Which I suppose is maybe sometimes rude because it makes them feel stupid. I don't know. I don't know the rules. All right, so we got a little bit of milk. We got about a teaspoon of salt going in here. Good morning, Carolyn from Houston. All right, I'm gonna show you guys. Now, you can treat this just like mashed potatoes. You can add in cheese, you can add in green onions, you can add in whatever you wanna add in, okay? But, here, have some. See that? I'm telling you guys. This is just as good as mashed potatoes. So good. All right, so this is done. Good to go. I am going to store this away, use it for cottage pie later tonight, and it's done. But wanted to pop in, I wanted to show you guys. Oh, real quickly, I'm going to show you my floors. Again, there's the floors. Sorry for the dog toys. There is the stencil. Oh, and we have new window treatments. All of the trim is up. It's trying to focus, can't do it. All the way around. So now we're just at this point of painting and finishing up a few things. So that's the end of that. So you guys have a great day. I will see you guys tomorrow. Who knows what we're gonna do tomorrow? Something awesome.